He didn't shout. He didn't stumble. He just acted the way men who believe they own the room often do. In front of flashing cameras, senators, and CEOs, a billionaire made a choice so cruel, so public, that it shattered not just a woman's dignity, but his entire empire. And what made it worse? He had no idea who he was humiliating. The night shimmered with wealth and arrogance. Crystal chandeliers hung above the Grand Regency Hotel terrace, where the city's elite mingled. Men and women who believed the world tilted in their favor. Among them was Lena Porter, a poised and brilliant attorney representing one of the largest tech firms in the country. She stepped outside for air, away from the noise of champagne laughter and whispered deals. That's when Victor Langford saw her. Langford, billionaire developer, host of the evening, and a man whose business empire was quietly crumbling behind the scenes, was not used to hearing the word no. His eyes found Lena, and something about her calm confidence unsettled him. He approached, smile sharp as glass. "I don't think we've met," he said, stopping too close. "Lena Porter," she replied evenly. "I'm here on behalf of the Justice Foundation." Langford chuckled. "I see. Some guests attend these things because they belong. Others, because they're invited." Behind him, his friends, a senator, a banker, a judge, exchanged amused looks. Lena's voice was steady. "I'm here to support the foundation like everyone else, and to represent the people who can't afford to be in this room." His grin faltered. The charm peeled away, revealing the arrogance underneath. "You people always think the rules don't apply to you," he muttered. Her eyes narrowed. "The rules apply to everyone. Even you." Something dark flickered across his face. Maybe it was the stress of his collapsing business. Maybe the mask just finally slipped. Whatever it was, he stepped forward too close, and with one sudden motion, he shoved her. The crowd gasped as Lena stumbled, and fell into the pool behind her. Water splashed high, cameras flashed, and whispers froze into stunned silence. Langford stood over her, adjusting his tuxedo like nothing had happened. "Maybe now," he said coldly, "you'll remember your place." Phones were already recording. And within seconds, so was justice. The ballroom doors opened, and Michael Porter stepped out. Lena's husband. The CEO whose tech network had been keeping Langford's empire afloat. He saw her, drenched and shaking, and saw the man standing above her, smirking. "Step away from my wife." The words didn't need to be shouted. They cut through the air like thunder. Langford froze. "Michael, wait, it was just a joke." Michael's stare silenced him. "You think humiliating her is a joke? You think there's still a deal between us?" The billionaire's grin faltered. "Michael, your company needs our project. Let's talk. You'll regret walking away." Michael shook his head slowly. "My company doesn't need anything from a man who disrespects a woman, especially my wife." He helped Lena out of the water. Hotel staff rushed forward with towels. Cameras clicked. The world was watching. Michael turned to the crowd. "For anyone listening," he said clearly, "Porter Innovations is terminating all contracts and partnerships with Langford Holdings. Effective immediately." A collective gasp rippled through the terrace. Langford's allies, the judge, the senator, the banker, backed away. Within minutes, he was standing alone. The video hit social media before the night was over. By morning, it was everywhere. News anchors debated it. Hashtags trended worldwide. Langford's investors panicked. Stock prices plummeted before sunrise. But it didn't stop there. Former employees came forward. Old partners released documents showing years of discriminatory practices buried in his company. Sponsors pulled out. Even his charity donors walked away. Within a week, the empire Victor Langford had spent decades building was collapsing under the weight of its own arrogance. And at the center of it all, the woman he thought he could humiliate stood stronger than ever. Lena didn't disappear. She turned her pain into purpose. With Michael's support, she founded the Reflection Initiative, a foundation providing legal aid to professionals facing bias and discrimination. Within months, it had chapters in 12 states. The very same hotel where she was disrespected renamed the terrace in her honor, the Lena Porter Reflection Garden. A place dedicated to courage, truth, and equality. Sometimes, the fall isn't caused by a storm, it's caused by the wind of your own arrogance. And when a single act exposes what power tries to hide, justice doesn't whisper, it roars. If you believe respect should never depend on status or skin color, pause right now and hit subscribe. Because on Melanin Chronicles, we tell the stories that others try to bury. By the time Victor Langford's lawyers settled the lawsuits, his empire was gone. His mansion, sold. His name, a cautionary tale. And Lena? She became a national voice for equality in business and leadership, proving that dignity, once defended, can spark movements that outlive any scandal. When you strip away privilege and power, what remains is character. And that night, the character won. If this story moved you, drop a red heart in the comments, tell us where you're watching from, and share the moment that hit you hardest. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Melanin Chronicles, where arrogance collapses and justice always rises.